On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off in the morning with some international news. I see a story making rounds again on social media, but it is indeed not a new story, but just some new charges being laid upon the perpetrators. Yeah, man. So from your year On The Spot News Media, go international news, you most definitely know for sure, say it involve a Jamaican. Now, over the years, criminal elements has been exploiting dancehall music. And also, some of our artists are most definitely well embedded in these illicit type of activities, because they use the artist as pawns to promote them and their type of illicit activities. Now, who remember the song where MvRDA sing about boxer money? I'm pretty sure that many would have thought that he was actually speaking about a box of cash. You must remember that MvRDA, man. Boxer money. Boxer money. Yeah, man. That same one there. So I'm pretty sure that many would have thought that he was really speaking about a box of cash. But he was not. MvRDA was speaking about this drug kingpin presently on your screen, identified as Ottmar Ebanks, but more popularly known in the dancehall fraternity and the criminal underworld as Boxer Money Boss. Yeah, man, it makes sense to you now? Indeed, I'm pretty sure many are saying, oh, I saw it go. Okay, well, let me give you a quick rundown on what really take place, because all of what you see making rounds on social media like it is a new thing, it is indeed not. It's just that some new charges have been laid upon Ottmar Ebanks and his co-accused. So let me give you a rundown, a brief rundown on who Ottmar Ebanks, the Boxer Money Boss, really is. So Ottmar Ebanks, aka Boxer Money, has been linked to a significant drug ring in the United States of America, of course. Interestingly, he used dancehall music as a cover-up for his illicit activities. So, I could go deeper into the thing right now. So he was a central figure in a significant drug ring operation based in the United States of America. His activities were primarily focused on smuggling narcotics into the United States. And he basically used a lot of other connects to make sure, say, him run him thing a certain type of way. So it was very much well organized, a well organized drug ring operated right across international borders. The network involved multiple individuals, each playing specific roles in the distribution chain. Ebanks and his associates use various methods to transport their illicit narcotics from Jamaica into the United States of America. The methods would include concealing narcotics in cargo shipments, using couriers, and also exploiting the vulnerabilities of the transportation system. So the drug ring primarily dealt with the illicit white drug, what we know as the white lady, the white powdery substance, and of course the good old sensimania, marijuana, or ganja, as some may call it. But the main thing was the illicit white drug, what we call the white lady. And that particular drug was often transported in large quantities, hidden within legitimate shipments. So US law enforcement agencies, to include the Drug Enforcement Administration, that are the DEA, closely monitored the activities of the drug ring over the years. And their investigation led them to the identification of the key players, to include Ottmar Ebanks, among others. So back in 2018, Ottmar Ebanks was arrested in Jamaica and subsequently extradited to the United States of America, where he faced charges relating to drug trafficking, money laundering, and conspiracy. So in 2020, Ottmar Ebanks pleaded guilty to drug trafficking and other charges, and he received probably about 10 years, if memory serves correct. And now in 2024, a new set of indictment has been filed. I'm not for sure why the prosecutors would have waited 4 years to file the indictment. But investigators listened to wiretap phone calls, conducted surveillance on the group members, and used confidential informant who brought the illicit drugs from Jamaica and other places to them, according to the indictment. So charged now with the new set of indictments is Ottmar Ebanks, O'Neil Nemhard, and Omar Johnson, who the police are saying worked with others in Idaho and New York to ship the illicit drugs from California to different places in the United States of America. So basically, that's the brief rundown on what is happening with this drug kingpin known as Ottmar Ebanks, aka Boxer Money. Yeah, man. So in a way, make we continue. Now, another round of violence has unfolded in the streets of New York Friday. Yeah, man. Who it involved? Now, we have seen over the years where many criminal elements has taken it through the Mexican border and landed in the United States of America, many of which is now based in the boroughs of New York. We are talking about Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, wherever. They're all over the city of New York. Many of who are rival gangs from Jamaica, now living in the city of New York. So of course, every now and again, you're going to hear a little knockings and clappings go on here and there, and some little man are going to start get touched secretly. So basically, something like that unfold in the streets of New York on Friday, where it is said that a criminal element who is based in Denham Town, Kingston Western Police Division, and is aligned to the Screemaz gang, him end up get fame feather pick. Yeah, man, the man them clap him away, send him gone a shut eye country land, no longer among the land of the living. And it is said that at the Tivoli, YG man them carry out the knockings and clappings there on him. Now the criminal element in question is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as Geico. Now it is said in the streets that the Bomma led Tivoli Young Generations gang was the set of criminal elements that carried out that particular knockings and clappings on Geico. So one thing now for sure, my peeps, is that a reprisal just may happen. And you can all look to see your favorite criminal elements being either taken out by members of the security forces in the United States of America, and many will be given some lengthy sentences because Kana boy a yard becomes Kana boy abroad. Not no change about them youth here other than them location. Really, really sad because many of the regular ones and ones them out there would have definitely love to get the opportunity to fly into the United States of America or by some other ways or means, even through the Mexican border, and make good of the opportunity to take care of themselves and also their family members. But instead, these criminal elements get the opportunity that many would have loved to have for themselves and take it for granted and just come and increase on their illicit dealings and also continue in their murderous behavior. So as I stated earlier, Kana boy a yard are still Kana boy abroad, sadly. And still making rounds in the international circuit. A Jamaican man end up losing 3 points in St. Lucia. Now the police in St. Lucia are investigating the fatal knockings and clappings of a Jamaican man said to be 61 years old, Michael Wayne Johnson Street. It is said by the police that they began their probe on April 18 after Mr. Johnson Street was discovered with an apparent wound to his head. That apparent wound was a single gunshot wound to his head back. The post-mortem examination of Mr. Johnson Street determined that the cause of death was the fatal can when him get to the back of the head. Now no one knows for sure what transpired, what could have happened, or even who could have carried out that brutal act on Michael Wayne Johnson Street. But the police in St. Lucia is presently investigating. Boy, may I tell my peeps, the thing rough, but anyway, back on local style. Now we are going to talk about knockings and clappings that took place on Sunday night, where 3 persons end up get caught up and 1 end up lose them 3 points. That particular knockings and clappings took place along the Royal Flat Main Road in Manchester Sunday night. Now the deceased man is presently on your screen, identified as 32-year-old Davian Anderson, but more popularly known in the party scene as DJ Dippo. He's of a Royal Flat address. Now it is reported that sometime after 8, patrons were at a bar gambling when a man entered and began knocking it and clapping it, hitting DJ Dippo, that's Davian Anderson, and 2 other persons, which include a female. It is said that they were all rushed to the hospital where DJ Dippo was pronounced you know what. Well, on the Spot News Media made some checks, did some digging, and the only common thing that has been echoed right across Royal Flat is that DJ Dippo never innocent. Now we're going to hear from a former security minister and also a former MP of Manchester, that is Peter Bunting, as he weighs in on this situation and the series of knockings and clappings in and around Manchester. So Peter Bunting made some comments in his statement, and I will most definitely be speaking on it when he's done. Listen.
About a week ago, CJ, that was the Youth Awardee for Agriculture. Wednesday, when I came here for the Era 3 Sports, GSF Sports at Kirkvine, big, middle of the day, 1 o'clock, we heard of a female bartender murdered in New Green. Middle day, broad daylight, criminals operating with impunity. And now, tonight, Dippo murdered Comfort. You recall the promise that we could sleep with our windows and doors open. We don't hear nothing about that again.
Really sad in my peeps. Because when me see our Jamaican people sit down pan bus stop, sit down through bus window, catch off pan bus door, some even end up lose them life, a lady end up lose her foot, and all sort of atrocities in the name of supporting your favorite political party is a joke. Now look at this former member of parliament for the community that he spoke of, and also a former minister of national security, coming to seek cheap popularity, cheap political stride by making the utterances about sleeping with our doors and windows open, promises that was made by Andrew Holness, the sitting Prime Minister, which was a foolish statement on his part, of course, because we know for sure that was just political talk, a figment of our imagination that may not materialize anytime soon. But for him, Peter Bunting, to come forward and attack some political shots, given the fact that 3 persons lost their lives in the constituency that he used to preside over, is a joke. And we as the people of Jamaica and persons in the diaspora need to start take these politicians to task, because none of them on either political divide, whether JLP or PNP, means us no good. All they do is come with empty promises. Now, since you knew better, Peter Bunting, your party had the longest stint in terms of rule over Jamaica in the history of politics. Now, why, when you were the Minister of National Security, you did not bring down murders? The numbers are there to show that you did absolutely nothing. Pretty much the same like Sleepy, presently or present Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang. None of uno no better than none. So Pat can't cuskekel, say the body black. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.